Nora called Cam from the back of an Uber and said, "I need you to tell me if this is insane." Cam did not even say hello. If the sentence starts like that, it usually is. I think Ben added me to his close friends so his ex would answer him. There was a small pause, the kind where your friend is deciding whether to be gentle or useful. Cam chose useful. Start from the beginning and do not leave out the embarrassing parts. Nora had met Ben on Hinge 3 weeks earlier. He was 31, had a dog named Scout, and looked like every man in Silver Lake who owned one good jacket and somehow made it his whole personality. The first date was coffee. The second date was tacos. The third date was supposed to be the one where things stopped feeling like an app experiment and started feeling real. Ben had told her about Avery on date 2. 4 years together. Big breakup 6 months ago. No contact now. Clean ending, he said. Nora asked the obvious question because she was too old to pretend not to care. "Are you actually done?" Ben smiled like he had practiced being healthy. "Completely." Cam made a noise through the phone. "What?" Nora asked. "Nothing. I just hate when men say completely. Continue." On the third date, Ben picked a mezcal bar with low lights and stools too close together. It was working. That was the annoying part. He remembered the name of Nora's sister. He asked follow-up questions. He did not check his phone every 8 seconds. At 9:42, while Nora was still sitting across from him, her phone lit up. Ben had posted a close friend's story. Green ring. Nora looked up. Ben was still talking about a camping trip. His phone was face down on the table. "Wait," Cam said. "He posted while he was with you?" "Yeah." Already weird. "It was a video of the table," Nora said. 2 margaritas, his thumb tapping along to that song I told him I liked. "Okay," Cam said. "That is either cute or criminally targeted." "Exactly." Nora watched it once in the bathroom. She hated herself for that. But the story felt private in a way public posts do not. A green ring makes you feel chosen, even when you know someone probably added 40 people and forgot half of them. The caption was just, "Found the good one." No tag, no face, no proof it was about Nora. Still, she smiled at the sink like an idiot. Then, 9 minutes later, Avery reacted. Nora did not see it directly. That matters. Her college friend Mina still followed Avery from some old birthday dinner, and Mina texted a screenshot because apparently nobody in Los Angeles lets a woman heal in peace. Avery had replied to Ben's story with 1 cactus emoji. Just a cactus. Cam was quiet. Nora said, "Please tell me that's nothing." "It might be nothing." That was not convincing. "Because you do not call me from an Uber for nothing." The cactus had history. Nora knew because Ben had told the story himself on date 2. He and Avery once got stranded outside Joshua Tree after his car battery died. She bought a tiny cactus from a gas station and named it Marriage Counseling. It became their joke. So when Avery reacted with a cactus to a private story of Ben out with someone new, Nora's stomach dropped. "Maybe she was still on the list by accident," Nora said. "Maybe," Cam said. "He deleted the story before I got home." Cam exhaled. There it is. At 10:38, the green ring disappeared. The story was gone. Ben texted Nora 20 minutes later. "Made it home?" "Normal." Sweet, almost too normal. Nora answered, "Yeah, thank you for tonight." Then she waited. She hated that she waited. At 11:07, Ben sent another message. "Also, sorry if you saw that story vanish. Forgot my ex was still in close friends. Awkward." Nora stared at the word awkward for so long it stopped looking real. Cam said, "At least he admitted it." "That's good, right?" "It is better than pretending nothing happened. It is not the same as clean." That was the part Nora did not want to hear. Because the date had been good. Not fantasy good, real good. The kind of good where you start picturing the next boring thing. Grocery shopping, a Sunday walk, sending ugly photos without thinking first. She wanted the explanation to be enough. People forget lists. People make dumb social media mistakes. People coming out of long relationships have old digital furniture everywhere. The problem was the next night. At 8:16, Ben posted an Instagram note. "Still allergic to tequila." That phrase meant nothing to Nora. It sounded like a random joke, maybe about the margaritas. Then Mina sent another screenshot. Years ago, Avery had commented the exact same phrase under a tagged photo of Ben at a bar. "Still allergic to tequila." Same words. Cam interrupted before Nora could spiral. "A phrase is not a confession." "I know." "Do you?" "I am trying to know." "Good. Then write down what is visible." So Nora did. Not theories, visible things. Date 3, 9:42 p.m. Close friend's story posted while Ben was with Nora. 9:51 p.m. Avery reacted with the cactus emoji. 10:38 p.m. Story deleted. 11:07 p.m. Ben said Avery was still on the list by accident. Next night, 8:16 p.m. Instagram note used a phrase Avery had used before. That list did not prove Ben loved Avery. It did not prove Avery wanted him back. It did not prove Nora was being played, but it did show a pattern of public-facing signals landing exactly where the emotional pressure was. And this is where people get themselves hurt online. They treat one signal like a verdict. One view means they're obsessed. One like means they miss me. One deleted story means guilt. That is too much certainty. A better question is slower. What changed? When did it change? And what did the person do after being noticed? Visible timing can tell a story. It cannot read a heart. Nora wanted to send a cool reply, something effortless, something that would make Ben think she was relaxed and impossible to embarrass. She typed, "LOL, no worries, happens." Then she deleted it. Cam said, "Ask the adult question." I hate the adult question. Everyone does. That's why it works. So Nora wrote, "I like you, but I do not want to be part of a conversation you're still having with your ex through stories and notes. Was that story actually for me?" Ben took 12 minutes to answer, long enough for Nora to regret sending it, short enough that she knew he had seen it right away. His reply was, "I didn't think you'd care." Nora read it twice. Not, "It was for you." Not, "I removed her." Not, "That was careless and I get why it felt bad." "I didn't think you'd care." Cam said, "There is your answer." It's not really an answer. Exactly. That was when Nora understood the story was not about Avery. Avery was not the villain. Avery was a signal. The real issue was Ben wanting the freedom to send little sparks into the old room while asking Nora to act like she could not smell smoke. Maybe he missed his ex. Maybe he liked being wanted. Maybe he was not ready to be clean with anyone yet. Nora did not need to solve which one. She only needed to notice how early the pattern appeared. The next morning, Ben sent, "I feel like this got bigger than it needed to." Nora almost agreed. That was the reflex. Make yourself smaller so the date can stay pretty. Instead, she archived the thread. No speech. No dramatic block. No final paragraph designed to make him finally understand her. Just quiet. Cam called at lunch and asked if she was okay. Nora said, "I'm embarrassed." "Good," Cam said. "Embarrassed is better than 6 more weeks of pretending you are fine." And that was the takeaway Nora kept. Do not turn a green ring into a love story. Do not turn an emoji into evidence of betrayal. Do not let someone make you feel unreasonable for noticing the pattern they created. One signal can lie. A pattern still cannot prove intent, but it can tell you what kind of conversation you are about to keep having. Nora did not leave because Instagram told her the truth. She left because Ben had the chance to tell it plainly, and he chose fog.